He's in Wendover, actually, at the Historic Airfield Museum there with some cool
look
stuff.
at these planes.
Yeah, check that out. That is a B-29 bomber. Is that correct, Dan Shoney?
Yes, it is.
Dan here is a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force. Do I have that correct?
Yes.
Thank you for your service. Appreciate it.
It's an honor.
Well, tell us a little bit about this plane. I know some of it just from chatting off camera here, but the folks at home probably don't know the history behind this plane.
No, so sure. Doc was came off the assembly line in Wichita, Kansas in 1945, midway through the war. It was a B-29, very revolutionary at the time. From there, it did service around the United States. It never saw war over in the Pacific. And then from there, it went out to China Lake when the Navy bought it in 1956. From there, it was actually a target on the ground. It was a bombing target. Happened to be off to the side, so it was actually missed. That's part of the Snow White Squadron. So you see Doc where it's got its name. So. Sure. The squadron was named Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. They actually had a 9th aircraft that was named the Wicked Witch at the time. From there, it sat in the desert for 43 years. And then a guy by the name of Tony Mazzolini pulled it out of the desert in 2000. And through about 450,000 volunteer hours and about $30 million later, Doc came to life in 2016.
$30 million restoration job?
And has now been flying, yes, including the volunteer hours. And has now been flying for just over 5 years. It's truly a pleasure to be out here in Wendover, Utah, where the Enola Gay sat. Today, the airplane is sitting in the original Enola Gay hangar.
Yeah, so this is the same kind of plane as Enola Gay.
It is.
And Enola Gay was in this very hangar back in the day.
It was when it trained, absolutely.
Yeah. And so people can come out here to this historic airfield and actually get a tour of the field, but this plane actually tours. You were saying it flies, say, something about 200 hours a year?
It does. We fly all around the country. Really, our mission is to honor the greatest generation for the people who built, maintained, and flew the aircraft. It's also to educate future generations, and then it's to connect. So our goal is to connect with America's youth so that they can say, hey, take a picture of the B-29, and go and show it to their parent or their grandparent and say, hey, you know what, your grandfather or your grandmother was a part of that.
And hopefully get interested in aviation moving forward. That's great. So if you're interested in any of that, come on out to Wendover. The ride was not that bad, by the way. and check out the tour that they have here at the hangar. We're going to be hanging out here this morning. Hanging out of the hangar this morning, and we'll have more with Dan and this amazing plane, which it looks like, as you can see, they're going to back out of this hangar right now.